Hey guys, Captain Foley back for the third live stream today. This is Late Night with Captain Foley. Hopefully people will tune in. Don't usually do later night streams. This isn't late, but Trek Lady C says, good evening. You're the first one to comment, Trek Lady, so thank you very much. Permission to come aboard granted, sir. Bird O' Prey 5 is back, Kapla. We pulling an anti-trekker? Yes, we are. Yeah, Bird of Prey, I looked up that blue flash above New York, and it seems like you got some Men in Black type shit going down. But they're covering it up, saying it was a power plant transformer accident, so... I didn't take responsibility for that. I was doing a live stream when it happened, so... with Sylvia, so... But yeah, that's definitely some end-of-the-world type Ghostbuster stuff going on, or some Men in Black type stuff that they got to cover up. I mean, you see that stuff in movies all the time. And I always wonder, how didn't people see that? Well, people saw it this time. They can't flash the whole city. Yeah, man, of 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. That's crazy. I have a friend that lives a block away. It was a transformer. Sure it was. The Men in Black have already been there with their flashy things saying it was a transformer, guys. It looked like even a space bridge from Cybertron. Some transformers were either going home or coming to Earth. So the Neuralizer in New York City is on the torch of the Statue of Liberty. That's one of them. They're probably on every street corner as well, knowing New York. But hi guys, welcome. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're just going to kind of go with the flow. I see Captain George is here, so it's good to see him. I haven't seen him in a while. Car Galaxy Studios is here. Good evening, guys, he says. Remember to smash that like button, guys and gals. That's right. Hit the like button and share this around maybe if you want. If you don't, that's fine. But it was a pretty big plasma ball. Klingon first attack, yes. Maybe Thor dropped in. There you go. That's another one that could be a possibility. I could see them working this into a movie somehow, because it's a big deal. It's been seen by a lot of people, so maybe Thor dropped in. I like that. Lake Guardia lost power and had to shut down air traffic for a bit. LaGuardia, yeah. If that was a transformer explosion, it has to be a quantum transformer, right? Did you hear about the Mandela effect about Picard and his crystal? No, I haven't heard that one yet. Be sure to check out the Captain's Twitter. That's right. Check out Captain Foley Twitter. Also, check out the Captain Foley personal channel. Lots of cool stuff going up there. I just did today, I released a build of my 2500 scale Enterprise C Ambassador class, which falls in line with my Eagle Moss review that I'm doing tomorrow of the large Special Edition XL Ambassador class, which is actually a pretty cool model, I gotta say. So check that out, guys. That'll be at noon tomorrow on the Trekyards channel. The Captain's Log tomorrow, I show off my loot from Christmas. That is at 8 o'clock on the Captain Foley personal channel. You get to see it early. Or if you aren't subscribed there and watch it on Trekyards, it's released at 9 in the morning. So Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I've got to actually get that. I hear it's really good, so. It's Stanley's birthday tomorrow, so it could be Thor and Storm that blew it up. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Captain Foley. Hello, RSWW. Hey, Stuart, does that Trekyards code work for the Eagle Moss XL subscriptions? Well, they're not subscriptions. I think that's a misunderstanding with Eagle Moss. You can go on the site using the link in our description. Click that, and you can buy things individually. You don't have to get subscriptions. But some of the XL ships, the code does not work on, unfortunately. It does work on the standard ships, and yeah, I just know that some of the XL ships, people haven't been able to use the code, and that's kind of a shame. But anyway, try it out. Click the link. You don't need a subscription per se. It's more of just a pick what you want. What's the story of Starships, of Starship of Starfleet? Do you mean the book from Eagle Moss? What's the strongest starship in Starfleet? That's a good question. Strongest as in overall power output, or strongest as in like weapons? I really don't know what to tell you there. I would think the Defiant's got the most punch and power for its size. But DFH. Sup, Cap? Not too much. Also, thank you, Foley, for getting me hooked on Eagle Moss ships. Oh, no problem, Tony. Sorry. Check out the review tomorrow, though. Strongest in Starfleet battles. That would have to be the probably the Klingon B-10. Oberth is the strongest. Sure, you keep thinking that. Probably the Sovereign for overall power. Yeah, or the Prometheus. That's a good question. The code does not work on Eagle Moss. Spent a good amount on their site this Christmas and never worked with your channel's code. What? There was an issue with the code in like early November, but the Eagle Moss guys fixed it for us. So it should have worked. What did you buy specifically? Did you buy a bunch of XL ships? I'd say an Excelsior is the most overbuilt, but its nacelles let it down. Sure. Why are you sorry? I love them. I know. I'm just sorry for spending all your money without spending all your money. Did you see the Axonar update video today? How do you think the shrinking a 2-hour-long movie down to 15-minute episodes will turn out? I did not see the update video. I'm not sure how that would turn out. Hopefully it'll be good. I mean, there's ways they could do it to kind of cram more in. But they need to be careful with the way they do it. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I hope it's good. That's all I can say. The Andromedan Dominator. Yeah, I would have to say that was probably one of the strongest ships in Starfleet battles, if not the strongest. You're absolutely right. Excelsior is trash. Hey, well worth it. Hi, Captain. I just bought me a new ship from Star Trek Online today. Oh, you got one of the 3D printed ships, Curtis? That's cool. They are very neat the way they've done them. They're very cool. I need to get some bigger ones, but yes, I would recommend those for sure. I watched Star Trek all my life. The movie, what is the strongest Enterprise? Strongest Enterprise, I would have to say, would be the Sovereign or the Enterprise J, if you want to count that. But yeah. I thought you could only make 2 short fan films. You can, 15 minutes each. So that's what they're doing. They're doing 2 15-minute episodes for Axonar. So basically a 30-minute condensed movie. So yeah. Axonar said they settled the lawsuit with CBS, so they are definitely in production again. All good news. They are reworking the script to fit into 2 15-minute episodes. Yes. The code won't work for a lot of the special editions NXL or Discovery series, or with other codes. Damn. Makes sense though. I mean, especially with basically all the Discovery ships are XL ships anyway. So, yeah. Sorry about that. It's the best I can do. It's a start, says Lady C. What, for Axonar? Codes do not work for the subscriptions for XL or non-XL either. I don't think it'll work for subscriptions, but it'll work for just purchases. It's because the code is, you save 15% on orders of $50 or more when you check out. So if it's not working, I will have to contact the Eagle Moss people, because that's really irritating. But I do thank you guys for turning me on to Eagle Moss. They are the ships I always wanted as a kid. Yeah, I totally agree with you, 100%. I remember looking at the old magazines, like Starlog and stuff, and seeing, like, the die-cast one, and it's like, I need to get that Enterprise. Or the the FASA ones, the little miniatures. But yeah, they didn't have enough good stuff when we were kids. What about the fan film the Commander is working on? That's 2 15-minute episodes also. If you have one of the ships in real life time, what would be it from Starfleet? What ship would I want? Well, I've said this before. I'd probably want a Galaxy class, just because of the comfort, the luxury, the size, the fact that there's holodecks, so you can visit any era you wanted, any ship you wanted. Essentially, that's the way to go. Dude, we need to get the Disco Prize. We should do a live talking about them. That magazine seems to be fully packed. And yes, I'm going to bed soon. That is Samuel, Power Fan Films. Power 543 Fan Films. That's Samuel there. Yes. I believe that she's got them. I believe she's got it in the mail to me. So, yeah, we should do a live talking about the specific ship. That'd be fun. Does the code work with the shuttles? I doubt that would work with the shuttle packs. The shuttle packs I need to get. I want to get those. They look really cool. But I can't say for sure. Temporal Army is 3 parts, only 52 minutes. This was approved by my deal with CBS. Samuel says that. Convergence is 2 15-minute, but very jam-packed 15 minutes. And they're very good, very well written and done. Samuel did a fantastic job. Hey, Captain Foley, I hope you join us at Anti-Trekker in 40 minutes. I'll probably still be on my live in 40 minutes, so you're going to have to decide whether you want to be there or here. Where is Michelle? Michelle who? Hey, Stuart, just curious, what's your favorite Starfleet battleship? I know it's got problems, but I've always loved the Romulan Killer Hawk. My favorite ship in Starfleet battles would have to be the Federation-class Dreadnought. I do like using that, but you guys knew that already because you know that I'm a Dreadnought junkie. Speaking of, I've got the pictures you guys were asking about earlier. Some of you were asking about the bridge for the Foley class. I do have those pictures now, so let's take a look at that. First of all, here is the chair of the Foley class. The captain's chair. This channel is better. I have the first 3 shuttle packs. They are expensive. Yes, they are. What would you do if they asked you, and we ended up in real life, we made a real starship with technology we had today? I'd want a Constitution class. Let's see here. So here's the bridge of the Foley. Stations back here, being tactical stations. 2 turbo lifts. That's what's behind the captain's chair. Red alert, yellow alert, condition blue. Funky new chairs. Got the Trekyards logo on the headrest there of the chair. Kind of a modified version of it, but there it is. What do the bathrooms of the USS Foley look like? Well, like bathrooms. There's another picture with the captain's chair. There's the bridge fully lit. There's nothing here right now, but I had Simon Marino add something there that's unique to the Foley class. I'll show you that in a second. There it is. It's a hollow table that actually, this lowers into the floor. He doesn't have that in this one. But if you look, so this projects like holograms for tactical simulations, and see, there you go. It's got this in the floor, so it actually lowers down into the floor and can be put out of the way if you don't need it. No XO chair. This is TOS era, so I still want to know who decides who gets the beachfront property in the Federation Utopia. What if they want to live on a Greek island? Timeshare. Timeshare, my friends. So there's that tactical table in front of the helm station. There's red alert, there's regular lighting, and then there's red alert. So there's the tactical station. So basically the captain has a good view of what is going on with the enemy ship. If you want to get tactical information on either your ship's damage, your opponent's damage, there's a tactical hologram right here that you can use. He's got a bird of prey there for this one. There's looking back on the bridge. Again, 2 turbo lifts. There is a ready room and a conference room as well. But yeah, if anybody out there feels like they want a super chat, please do so. Again, it's not prerequisite, but I can pull up the super chat rewards list is there, so you guys can choose an animation as well if you want. Captain Foley, would it be too difficult to do a few short episodes of an animated Trekyards with the Foley class ship, you and Samuel? It's just time consuming, and we just don't have the time to do it, unfortunately. We have talked about doing an animated series, and that might come about at some point. I'm not 100% sure. Samuel's a fantastic scriptwriter and stuff, so we have a great storyline idea laid out for why I'm TOS, why he is TNG, or post TNG, post Voyager. Here's just a size comparison of the Foley class with the Federation class Dreadnought and the Constitution class, and a Daedalus class here. So anyway, that's the bridge. Oh, here's some other views of it here. So that's what you see from behind the captain's chair. This looks like a helm station, but it's supposed to be tactical situation. Sitting in the chair. Nice display of the Foley class up there. I don't think he's going to see my message. What message? Oh, I'm trying to get Temporal Anomaly finished within the next 2 weeks. All the footage has been enhanced since the last you saw it. You up for watching the new version? Would love to hear your thoughts. Well, of course I'm up for watching it. I would definitely love to tell you that it sucks and how to fix it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I got a full, you could make a picture of the bridge of the Foley class. What? Hi guys, hi Tim. These are just the different iterations we went through. That's one of the early ones with like the strong back design. A long design process for this thing. So I'm looking forward to getting it off the ground. There's the dedication plaque, USS Foley, Foley class Dreadnought, the IO construction yards around Jupiter. Strong convictions precede great actions. So, super chats, y'all, for Stuart's crazy third live today. Cool. Sleep time for me then. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Samuel. Go get some sleep. I will be talking with you, of course, in the next little while. We need to get our rest of our Discovery views in before the 17th. So we need to do 2 or 3 a week. I think we have like 5 episodes left. 4 or 5 episodes left. Yeah. So we should be no problem there. Let's see. We already looked through these. Let's... There's also been a lot of interior work done on the Foley class by a dystopian guy on Twitter. He's been doing a lot of the internal layout, which is cool. Yeah, enjoy your break. See you on the other side of New Year's, then hard at it. Yeah, unfortunately, we'll have to be hard at it. But I'm enjoying my time off, which isn't really time off because I've got a whole bunch of other stuff to do. But such is life. So here's some of the deck layouts. Again, do you see the different decks in the structure of the ship? RSWW puts in $2. Awesome design, Captain. Where's Michelle Specht? Number 7, please. Let's play you animation number 7. Here you go. Oops. Christy Rand throws in $2 and says software used. For these, he's using a program called Ketchup, I think. At least I think that's what he was trying to learn when he was doing these. Greg Invidious puts in $2. Where's the max warp on that mofo? What's the max warp on that mofo? I don't know if I figured that out yet, to be honest. And you want animation number 12. So here's animation number 12. SketchUp. Yes, SketchUp. I said ketchup. I'm sorry. I must be hungry. So there's animation number 12 for you. And I'd say the maximum warp on that one would be like warp 9.2. Because it is TOS era, so it's not going to be the ridiculous increments we see in TNG. Plus, that's the old warp scale as well. So, how many decks do you have inside the Foley class, and how much crew to put in? Haven't worked that all out yet, unfortunately. Yes, ask your questions. Everyone super chat and send PayPal at trekyards@hotmail.com and let one of the mods know. Yes, and also make sure you request super chats, animations. So here's the ship where this middle nacelle has slid up and locked into place before saucer separation. And then there's the battle section. And then here is the other like single nacelle destroyer that it creates. So there's the deck layout. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 some odd decks, maybe more. I'm sure it has been mentioned, but what program are you using? I'm not using it. This is done by Dystopian Guy on Twitter. He's using SketchUp for these. I really do love the Foley class. It's a beautiful ship. Well, thank you, Trek-Source. It's more a matter of max sustained warp. Yes. Captain, did you get a chance to see the video? I haven't yet. No, Chef Cook. I will take a look at it, though. Was the Federation class was 588,000 tons. I kind of expected more of a Defiant. Is 355,000. What does the Foley come in at? I'd have to do the calculations for that. I have no idea. That ship is pretty good inside Star Trek Online. How to put it in, I wish I could be badass, and for sure you will be happy. I would love to see this in Star Trek Online. But here's more of the deck layouts and stuff. We're starting to develop all the corridors and designing the captain's quarters, and this was the main bridge that he designed before Simon Marino did the other one, but this is more like the battle bridge. This is the one that's going to be on the in the lower half of the ship. It looks very much like a battle bridge. It's very tight space, so emergency ladders, and there's an emergency ladder right behind the captain's chair to get in and off the bridge should you need to if the turbolifts are out. So here it is as the original bridge concept, which I didn't like. It was too small. But here behind you can see there's computer banks and stuff back here. Little ready room. So there's the command chair of the Foley. Yeah, so this is the the emergency bridge, or the bridge in the secondary hull for the why 3 nacelles? Because I love 3 nacelle designs. They look fantastic. That's why. Something I just realized: NX-01 bridge looks like a TOS battle bridge, somewhat. Yes. What's the crew complement? I have not honestly. I haven't worked that out yet. There's a nice representation of the deck layout. RSWW puts in $2 and says, does the Foley class have saucer separation? Yes, it does. As I just showed you guys a second ago, this middle nacelle, when it needs to, it slides up, locks into position at the back of the saucer, and then the saucer becomes like a dreadnought, not a dreadnought, a destroyer or a scout class ship, while the secondary hull with the 2 engines is still a pretty formidable kick-ass ship. So it is a dreadnought, yes. Probably somewhere around 500 crew, I would think. Yeah, I would say around 500. So there's the 2 separated sections. This is for a game layout that we're going to be doing, so we can gauge the scale of the ship. So there's the secondary hull once it's attached or detached. You can see the bridge module there. And this is the scout class ship that it forms. And there it is connected. So there you can see the saucer separation happening. So this 3rd nacelle does slide up and locks into place, and we've just devised a whole warp system. You can actually see where this thing slides up and then locks into the back there. It's a transformer. Kind of. Super transitional emergency drive rail system. Interlock hardpoint. The super translational emergency drive system. So here's the upper observation decks and special functions deck. Upper level saucer, secondary engineering center, impulse engine control rooms, computing simulation, research planning, aft vantage point, chief operations office, engineer's office, and STED control, impulse control room, index 6 engineering center. Here you can see he's starting to fill up more of the details of the design. You can see the 1 warp core right there. There's also a leather warp core right here. There's a lateral or a horizontal warp core here and a vertical warp core here. So when they work in tandem, this one's actually on hot standby most of the time. This is the main one, but when it separates, it disconnects here. This one becomes operational and locks into place. And we're working out how it works and everything. Here you can see some work bees and stuff. It's actually got a fly-through shuttle bay area because there's a shuttle bay at the front and the back of the secondary hull. This is the Mark III. This is where it's got the 3rd impulse engine moved to the top of the saucer. Will there be a refit to TMP specs? Yes, there will be. This is the Mark III, but that's another story. Won't get into all that right now. Here's the resin model kit. Paul Horn, friend of mine, has done up SSDs for it for Starfleet battles, so you can actually play this ship in Starfleet battles. There's the refitted version. I actually had him expand the warp core, the warp power, to double rows on each one. But there you can see we were experimenting with getting this to look like, to change the design from the Mark II to the primary mission combat. Primary mission is fleet control ship, so it's designed to go in with fleets of ships into battles. And this is the fleet control ship. This is the one that can organizes all the other ships. How's Sylvia feeling? She's lying down right now. She's in bed. She's feeling a little bit better. Thank you for asking. Where's the pool or bowling alley? I don't think we put that in yet. Oh, we don't have the... I don't have all the things on here, unfortunately. I need to get them off my phone. Because it's actually got a whole section on how the warp core works. Let me see if I can actually send that over. Sorry, guys. This is some cool shit you'll want to see. Trust me. Let's see. Select. There we go. I guess I don't need all these in there. There we go, and let's email those to myself. I should have these things transferred over. I just didn't really expect to show you the ship in this much detail in this one. Large. There we go. Sending some more stuff now, so it'll be here in a minute. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions on the Foley class, feel free to ask. And I want to do a whole video on this at some point. I need to get a better model made. That's one of the things we're going to do in the new year, is get a better 3D model made that Samuel is going to be. It's going to be high detail that Samuel can really animate really nicely. Does the Admiral have her own ship? No. Is that one of the ships that face the Borg? No. What we need is some nice animations of this ship in action in a TOS. Well, I do have some animations of it. Video is lagging here. If your stream is buffering, hit refresh. The stream did not end when I was working on deck plans for the Constitution class. I decided to punt. Stream is still going. Just hit refresh. Yeah, everything's fine on my end. Since stream health is good. So what I can do, though, is I can play some animations for you guys, should you want some. Because there are animations of the Foley class. Any chance one day you might have a Foley class model for sale on the website? We have the Foley class resin kit. It is available for purchase soon. It won't be on our website, though. It'll be on the model maker's site. But here's the unfinished resin model kit. This is 1/1000th scale, so you can build it in this configuration, or you can have it, you can actually have this locked in place and build it as two separate ships if you want. I need to do a 350 of it. Will there be a Mark III kit? Maybe at some point. And we're thinking of even doing a 2500 scale kit, so a lot smaller. Let me just check my email here. Inbox. All right, here come the other pictures. Hold on a second, guys. I'll play some animations here. I'm going to have to talk over this music, I think, though. So I think the last time I used it in a live stream, it got flagged. So here it is coming into Yorktown Station. This is one of the older models. This is before some of the refinements. This is the Mark 1. This is the Foley class Mark 1 before the changes were made. So I'll let you guys watch that for a second. I'm just waiting for this email to come through. I can't give you the website of the model makers yet. They've had some issues. But I can't get into that right now. Just stay tuned. I wasn't a huge fan of Yorktown Station, but the guy that made the model for me, Barry Chapman, he did this animation because he had the Yorktown model. So I could just mute it, but then it's not as exciting. There, it's muted. And again, once we get a fully detailed, high detailed model, Samuel can do much better renders than this. This is just this one's kind of rough. There are a few other ones. There you go. There's the Enterprise. Some music, because complaining there's no music. But this scene here where it pulls up in front of the viewing window is just cool. I can't wait till we do that with the Mark II design. But there it is. So that's one of them. That is one of them. The other ones don't really have sound. Let's see what we got here. Foley class. Yeah, this one does. I'm going to turn the sound off though. Here she is in dry dock. Is this still the Mark 1? Yeah, this is still the Mark 1. Because I went through the Mark 1 phase, was the initial design. Well, there were some earlier concepts, but this is the first finished one, the Mark 1. Then they refined it to be the Mark 2, which is much more stable. And then the Mark 3 is, again, an improvement on the design. Is there a TNG design? No TNG designs yet. Yeah, I just need the guy with the vacuum cleaner and space dock, disembarkment room, or embarkation room. So here it is, slowly leaving dry dock. Can you imagine pranking the ISS crew with background music for every task? I was going to ask if the USS Foley was ever near the USS Enterprise, but I got my answer. It's like a tripod without a leg. So yeah, here it is. It's just coasting out. And Barry had it fly by. Again, this is an early animation, so it's not anything spectacular. Goes by Air Space Dock. And then jumps to warp. Keep in mind, guys, this is the Mark 1. And he had it meet up with an Ares class. But there's some shapes on the bottom of that saucer that we didn't like. They're too blocky. So we refined those for the Mark II. There it is, side by side with the Ares. The prefix code is 1234. Yeah, this looks like the kind of code some idiot has on their luggage. So there's that animation. There's this one. This is the this is one of the openings for my Captain Foley channel. I'm going to turn the sound back on. So this is the Mark II and the Mark III side by side. The Mark III has the NXC 2174-A designation. have it fight some D7s. I have an animation of that if you guys are interested. I'll play that as well. That's actually a really good one. That's kind of the development of the Mark III. Let's see if I can find that one. Yeah, here it is. This is the destruction of the Foley class. And then I have the other pictures available of the interior and how the warp core works that I'll show you guys. It's turning into a Foley class live stream, which is cool. This is after a prolonged battle, by the way, so it doesn't get its ass kicked this easily. It's actually under low power right now. It was sabotaged. Again, Barry made this just for the hell of it without telling me about it. So this is the Mark II Foley. Getting its ass handed to it. Ugh, don't do that. Oh, that's just the destruction of the Foley. There's another one as well. Here's another one. RSWW puts in $2. Will the Foley class have different names and numbers? Yes, there's 3 different registrations and names in the model kit. The Aravita, the Chimera, and the Foley. Is there another one? I don't think there's another one. It did turn out to be an unexpected treat. You're welcome. Any chance of an M5 computer upgrade? Maybe.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Didn't really plan on this happening, talking about the Foley class specifically, but it's been fun. Okay, so the other one is the where is it here? There's some Foley at warp. There's a Foley saucer separation sequence. You can see the middle nacelle sliding up into position and locking into place. Then the impulse engines for the secondary hull pop up out of that slot and it separates. And then you got 2 operational cruisers right there. Both are very capable of taking on ships on their own, and they can reattach without the use of a space dock. I'm not sure what these animations were done in, to be honest. There is a whole sequence of the Foley destruction and then the birth of the Mark III, which is right here, actually. We'll play this one for you guys. It's the same kind of thing. So there's the Mark II. While you're watching that, I want to grab something. So there's the Mark II getting its ass kicked. This is a more refined animation of the one you just saw a minute ago. So again, you get the explosion. Takes out a D7 with its rear photon torpedo launchers. Yeah, the Mark II gets its ass handed to it here. Except he has the wrong registry on the hull, on the saucer section. He's got the Mark III registry, but that's okay. So this bridge dome here, that's where the bridge, the emergency bridge is for this section of the ship than this one, so it shouldn't have got destroyed, but... So there's the explosion again. Butt kicked because of the Tholians. And here's the primary section coming into dry dock, and this is the birth of the Mark III. So after this, they decided that the Mark II was a little bit not up to snuff, so they designed the Mark III. Car Galaxy Studios puts in $5. Foley class looks awesome. Great battle animations. Happy New Year's too. Thank you very much, Car Galaxy. Hope you have a great New Year's as well. So this is a much more refined animation. As you can see, work bees starting to do their thing. This is where the Mark III is created, like I said, and the upper nacelle is placed at the back of the saucer section. Now, the reason I didn't do that initially for the initial design is I didn't want people saying that I copied the Federation class from the Franz Joseph technical manual, which I kind of did because I love the Federation class and I didn't want it to look the same. That's why I moved the second or the third nacelle down and back, because I like that look. But here's the refit happening. And I got to admit, Barry did a pretty fantastic job on this video. The more I see this ship, the more I like it. Well, that's good. I do really like the Mark III, but I think the Mark II is a better design. As far as not looking like the Federation class. So here we go. We're mounting the... See, now the third nacelle is mounted on top of the saucer section. A few changes have been made. Much more stable, sturdy ship. Problem is, not many of these were put into production because of the cost overruns on them and the constant redesign process. So there's a whole backstory behind why this ship... well, you don't see much of this ship. This is cool with the travel pod as well. Barry put myself and Samuel in the travel pod. There we are. So that's kind of cool. Looks like I'm wearing a swimming cap. But so now it's the NXC, which is New Experimental Cruiser 2174-A. And this is the only one of the Mark IIIs that was ever built, was this one. The Mark II had at least 3 different sister ships created. Well, this isn't... You got to keep in mind, this was designed... The Mark I or the Mark II, sorry, was designed in 2269. No, 2271. Just at the end of Kirk's 5-year mission. So it incorporated some technologies that we later saw in the refit, such as the impulse crystals, the impulse decks, the photon torpedo launchers. So this is the Mark III now underway. Yeah, and there is no concrete proof for the travel pod's introduction, so. There you go. There's that. And then there's just 2 animations of it at warp. This is the Mark II. So there it is there. And I do like the rear placement of that third nacelle as opposed to up top. But, yeah. How many warp coils per nacelle? I don't know. So there's that one. And then there's this one, the second warp animation. Does having nacelles make it faster? No, not necessarily. The third nacelle is basically there as in case it has to saucer separate, so it can still tangle with other ships. Now, where did I put that? What the hell is that one called? Sorry guys, just bear with me here for a second. Attachments. Okay. There it is. Alright, so here's more of the internals of the ship. So we got that, which you've seen. Hold on, let me actually create a new folder for this. That'd be the easiest way to do it. Sorry guys, I apologize. So yeah, I need to get a more high-resolution 3D model made, which means I have to actually fork out some cash to get that done. But I have no problem doing that because once we get a high-detailed one, then Samuel will animate the shit out of it, and it'll look fantastic. All right, so here we go. Here it is. This is how the saucer separation works. Disengage horizontal warp core from vertical core interlock. Close all airlocks, deploy STED braces, and engage tractor field. Step 2, power up rail system and call STED to base position. 3, transfer to incline rail. Raise STED while monitoring tractor field. 4, establish STED interlock and power up horizontal core. Transfer all power supply requirements to horizontal core. Transfer to the third nacelle, close airlocks and disengage hull interlocks. Fire saucer separation thrusters, engage impulse engines, and clear drive hull, and then establish safe operating distance and resume flight. And of course, they can both fight. Chive Bacon puts in $20. Thank you very much, Chive. Oh my God, go to bed, Foley. Doctor's orders from Dr. Boyce. No, I'm having a beer and hanging out with you guys. And showing off my ship in all its majesty. So here's the vertical warp core. Here's the horizontal warp core. And this slides up, locks in here. And then we haven't put all the details in here, but there's extra engineering section in there. Here's the T-core drive is what we called it. Secondary core drive, integrated core to saucer power transfer, fuel unit, control management interface, saucer to core matter, antimatter transfer conduits. It's surprising how well thought out all this tech is. Yeah. Anyway, reaction chamber, magnetic compressors, and the main ejection bay. There's also an ejection bay at the back that this can be ejected should it need to be. There's the multi-level deck. Again, here is the interior, start of the interior of the captain's quarters. Here's one of the shuttle bays with the observation deck. That's not it, is it? That's not it. There it is. More internals. See, this is like a fly-through bay. There's the rear bay. You can actually fly all the way through to the front bay. I haven't done all the detail work, obviously. There you get some sizing for reference. There's one of the fly-through bays right there. It goes to the front bay. Different decks and compartments around the area. Chai Bacon puts in $10. I know your dedication is sick. I love it. Thank you. Here's a cutaway of the horizontal warp core. Again, just getting a sense for scale there. One of the corridors. This is very intense info on this. There will be, and that's why when I do a captain's log or a video on it, it's going to be pretty detailed. I need to break it down in quite a bit of detail for you guys. So that's something to look forward to. Here's the captain's quarters layout. He put an Orion slave girl in there for me. But here's the main area. This is like a living room area here. This is like just a walkthrough area. There's the bedroom over here. This is an office. This is the main office. So this is accessible from the hallway and also from the interior of the apartment. So this is the captain's quarters. This is the main sitting area. This is like the probably food replicator or something over here on this side. This is the office, and then this is the sleeping quarters here. So nice bench seat. So there you have it, guys. Let's get all these. So yeah, I need to go through and sort all these. I don't even have everything on my computer right now. A lot of it's still on my phone, for Christ's sakes, which I have to get transferred over. Is there a link for these drawings? Says Christy, who puts in $2. There is not. They're actually on Twitter. If you go on Twitter and follow Dystopian Guy, he has them all up there, so you can check them out. Ask him about the Foley class. He'll be able to point you in the direction. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this, make sure you give a like. That's absolutely right. Bottom section looks like a Pegasus without the saucer section. Are you going to release a manual book for this ship? You know what? I should. I definitely could. Oh, that was a cool picture. Why did I close that? Damn it. Where is it here? Here it is. Because we did some preliminary work. Is there a video from the ship builder from SketchUp somewhere? I'd love to see a tutorial. Probably. This is another design we initially thought about, where it had two main bays at the front and one at the rear of the ship. I don't know if you guys can see that. But so you could fly in and go all the way around and then come out this side as well, but there were two separate shuttle bays that could be sealed off from each other. It looked actually kind of cool from the front. I'll show you the front view. That actually looks kind of cool. Kind of wish we'd maybe stuck with that, but this is another design that we could definitely develop into another class of ship. But I just love this idea of being able to enter through this bay and exit through this one or whatever, and these all seal off from each other should the need arise because of an emergency or whatever. I would switch the office and the hallway so that the office has windows. Could do, could do. Although it's an office, you're not supposed to be distracted in your office. I like that profile, but the front shuttle bay looks like boobs. I know, I knew somebody would say that. It's one of the things I thought of, but it's one of the reasons we didn't go with it. We also came up with a Foley class division patch, which is a Crusader. However, I ended up going with the Trekyards one. Where is Michelle's room? It's right beside the captain's quarters, of course. Where else would it be? Dave Schroeder puts in $20. Hello again, Captain. Always willing to help out. Could I please see animation number 19? You absolutely can, sir. Let me play animation number 19 for you. Here you go. The USS Melbourne flyby. Although you do not have Twitter, send this to Detroit Harry. Is that okay? Although do not have Twitter, send this to Detroit Harry. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. No problem. Thank you very much for the donation. The super chats really help out. Now these are comparisons between the Mark 1 or the Mark 2 and the Mark the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. Here's the Mark 1 at the top. Very bulky, boxy looking ship. The neck actually extends back to here. This whole thing would separate. This whole strong back along here would just lift off, and it would be one ship like that. This is the new refined one. It looks a lot better. Better shapes. Overall better design. And this, the only problem is this mechanical element which slides it in when it saucer separates. It takes a little bit of time to saucer separate. That's one of the reasons the Mark III was developed. Now here's the views from the top. This is the Mark I, the bigger impulse decks, different shaped BC deck. This is the more refined, smaller, but these are the refit style impulse crystals, because this is at the end of Kirk's 5-year mission. So it incorporates some of the next evolution of technology as far as impulse engines and photon torpedoes and phasers go. Got quite a few phaser ball turrets around the front, around the top, sorry. So here's the Mark 1 on the left. You can see there's photon torpedo launchers here. There's 3 there and 1 there. The Mark II has 4 here and 4 here. So when this separates, the destroyer part, the primary section, has photon torpedoes as well. Now it also has rear photon torpedoes at the back. So this thing's pretty powered up. There's the rear photon torpedo launchers right there, as you can see. And here's the animation. Well, not the animation, but so there it is in locked position. Here it starts to move up, locks into position, and then separates, and then buggers off. Now here is the sneak peek at the refit, and the refit profile looks fantastic. I am excited to see this thing finished. That's how it's going to look. What's the torpedoes complement? I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't figured all that out yet. The neck has to hold a lot more equipment and the warp core. Yes, and it also has to have the equipment to slide that thing up. Does the NX-01 have an impulse crystal? That's not an impulse crystal. That's a warp sustainer crystal in the NX-01. It's a different technology altogether. But here's some sneak peeks at the refit design before it's finished. So hopefully you guys like that. And somebody on DeviantArt found my design and started to tweak it. So they put on the different nacelles. These are from the Bonhomme Richard class, I believe. But somebody's a fan of the Foley class because they did a few different iterations of it. There's a 3D printed one that somebody did. There's the Mark III. I like the profile of the Mark III. It's very, very cool looking. There's some of my design sketches just to show them what to do. Here's the really refined 3D model that they did for the model kit. Here's the model kit box, and this model kit will be available soon, guys. So there it is there, USS Foley. And inside, here's the different ships. There's the USS Foley, the USS Cerberus, and the USS Chimera, and the USS Aravita. And there's the different registry numbers. And here is the instruction sheet, how to throw her together. And then the decaling sheets right there. So there you have it, guys. Dreamer out there puts in $5. Thank you very much. Would love to be able to use all these interior and exterior 3D builds to create a Foley-centric fan comic. You really could do some fun stuff with all this. I would love to. Well, now what you're seeing here is the enhanced, super detailed one they did for the 3D printing for the resin molds. Hold on, there we go. So you can see all the little refinements they made for the 3D model. I added some notes. There it is in all of its glory. In Star Trek Online, the Foley class can have 5 weapons in the front and 3 in the back, and special kit sets to Pete. And that too. We'll talk about that. Talk about it and maybe show some good, powerful shells. Okay. There's some of the names I had thrown out. Even the Hydra. I wanted an ISS Foley. Thought about NX because the Mark 1 had the NX 1974 designation or registry number, and that was my birthday, 1974. Then I thought I'd change it for the Mark 2 to 2174 because that kind of fits more in with the timeline. Trekyards, Captain Foley, Commander Cocking's comic Mango would be cool. Absolutely. So the Cerberus, the Chimera, the Aravita, the Hydra. And we're back to these. All right, so there. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll have to rename this live stream because a lot of people that are interested in the Foley class might not ever see this. Advanced Nebula class. No, this is I believe this is the Titan. Yeah, this is the USS Titan. Let me guys know what you think of the Foley. I'm interested to hear your thoughts, if you have any suggestions or anything I did wrong, anything I shouldn't have done. Chive Bacon puts in $10. Thank you very much, Chive. Much appreciated. I heard there are sellers out there that have decals for Eagle Moss ships to customize, but how would you get rid of the original markings on the ship first? It's a good question. Possibly lightly scratch them off with like an X-Acto knife would be my guess. Best impromptu live stream I've seen. Well, thank you very much. Which border would you place the Foley on for patrol? Ooh, maybe the Gorn or the Tholians, perhaps. I'd want to do something different than the Romulan or Klingons. Warm water removes decals. Problem is, Jeff Jacobs, not the way I do my decals, it wouldn't work because once the model's painted, I clear coat it with a gloss, let the gloss dry, put the decals on that so it's something really smooth to stick to, and then once those are dry, once the decals are dry, then you clear coat it again with 2 or 3 shots of not clear coat, or not dull coat, but gloss coat. And then if you want to dull the model down, you use dull coat on top of that. So the decals are actually covered by 3 coats of paint. And I don't know how Eagle Moss does it. Should Foley class be a little battle worn paintings on it? Sure. Would eventually like to see TNG version of your ship. I'm sure there will be at some point. I would love to see one with like the Enterprise E type nacelles. That might be kind of cool. How long did it take you to design the Foley class? I'd say from conception to Mark 1, probably 6-7 months of just tweaking shapes and designs, and then the Mark 2 was a lot quicker. Barry Chapman did a lot of work on that to kind of refine those shapes, so that was like another month. I'd say a year for all of it. I completely forgot Anti-Trekker was on. LOL, oh well. He's on? He's actually on right now? Well, now I feel bad. Now I gotta leave you guys. I'm just kidding. I don't want to leave you guys. I'm gonna stay here, but I'm gonna peek in on his stream and see what the hell he's talking about. If he's talking about anything important. I can't even find his live videos anymore. Oh, there he is. Parking will not be violated. Yeah, I'm gonna head on over to Anti-Trekker's stream. I'm gonna listen to him, but I'm still gonna talk to you guys. I'm just gonna listen to him for a minute. It's no big deal. So all right, I'm not ignoring you guys. Don't worry. What? Don't leave. I'm not going to leave. I'm still here. The Mark IV refit. Yeah. Once we get into... Well, by the way... Yeah. Okay. Jeff Jacobs. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to make you a moderator. Chill. Thank you for joining. Add moderator. There you go. Ha. I prefer this stream better. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. 10,000 Quatlus on here being a poop joke in the next 2 minutes. Sorry, Anti-Trekker. What's his link? Trekyards is more positive than some of the other live casts I've seen. Well, thank you. There, Jeff Jacobs, you're now a moderator. I am going to head over to Anti-Trekker and comment and just say, hey, Anti-Trekker, and he'll be like, hey, Captain Foley's here.
If we were on jury duty, our employer would pay us the difference between what the state paid us and our regular daily wage. And besides that, I was just curious. I wanted to sit in on a trial. So, and I never got the chance.
England
the problem was
DG gave him $20. Damn it.
An insurance company at the time.
I need to make more money than Anti-Trekker.
That's
what I need to do.
Insurance case, so I got dismissed immediately. The other time, I just didn't get
I want to be a moderator and boss people around. Well, Michelle, if you want to boss people around,
throws $20 into the chat. Thank you
you
so
shouldn't
much,
be a
my
moderator.
friend. It says, make an Iron Wolf animation, goes off to make the soundtrack. Yeah, that's the thing. I got to find... And I do have some animation. And by the way, hey, Captain Foley, good to see you as always. I'm trying to find some decent music for it. That's something I'm really working on. Because I have some really nice footage of the...
I'm not ignoring you guys.
...helicopter that Joshua made, but I can't do it. Wow, are you in Oregon? So am I. No, Alex, I was in Oregon.
There we go. Telling everybody that I'm live streaming to come and join me.
I lived in Oregon up to about 4 years ago. Oh, where's your sound effect? Sorry, Captain.
Yeah.
Captain Foley is on the bridge. Ooh. Captain Foley is on the bridge.
There we go.
I'm live streaming right now. Come join me. Well, I'm live streaming right now. Come join me.
I am. I'm here.
You know, that's how it works, buddy. I got my Skype.
I wonder how long it will take Anti-Trekker to notice that he is being heard on Trekyards.
Right, you can.
I don't want to call you on Skype. Why would I want to call you on
so
Skype?
England DG says, do ba dee dee do.
Actually, you know what? I can do that. I can. You guys want me to put Anti-Trekker on Skype and have a duel between his channel and my channel for lives right now? Do you think that'll be fun? What? Never mind. What did you say, Michelle? Did I miss something? I apologize. If you're nice, I might give you a wrench and you can be a moderator. But you can't boss people around. That's not nice. Chief Engineer Miles is here. Hello, Chief Engineer Miles. My numbers haven't dropped, so people aren't going over to Anti-Trekker. That's cool. A stream of 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 a stream. Only problem is I'm streaming with my webcam, so if I open up Skype, it's not going to recognize my webcam. Hold on a second. I'll figure this out. I got to do this. And I'm going to disconnect you guys for 1 second. Don't freak out, because I'm still here. I can. Can you hear me? Well, I'm still on my live stream, so you're on my live stream right at the same time. $66. Well, considering I was impromptu, I've been talking about the Foley class over here, so I'm getting some super chats that I can't tell you about. They're saying don't tell Anti-Trekker, so as you should, my friends. So give me more. We're going to have a duel to see who can make the most money on this live stream. Although I'm way ahead of you by now, but that's okay. Here's the resin kit of it. It's being worked on as we speak. No. I do miss hanging out with you though, so I thought I'd jump on and say hi. I've been busy, Christmas and things, and you know. I just got $50 from an unnamed person. Anti-Trekker is a bad man who does bad things. So, and yep, I'm not going to tell you who either. Unless he wants me to. He'll have to let me know. Absolutely. Yep. Why is my camera's all messed up though? I just got another donation of $2. Says, "Don't let Auntie bully you." Are you coming over to? You're gonna come and spy and see who it is, aren't you? We can't hear Anti-Trekker on the stream. Oh, for Christ's sakes! There we go. Now you can.
See, boy, being say, all right. England DG, you traitor.
Can you hear him now?
I think I can hear me up in Canada.
It's all right. I actually, let me say this: is that
Everybody's saying, you know what? I don't make people listen to Lore Reloaded sing or have him dance half naked, so they're giving me the money instead. Yes.
I see. Anti-Checker doesn't have garbage laggy Canadian animations.
Really?
Thank you, Starch. And Reality throws $10 in just saying, come on, guys, trying to make up for England DG being so nice to you. No, in all seriousness, no. England gives me $2.
Perfect.
Thank you, England. I do appreciate it. However, and I absolutely do want to say this, because as much as I might rib and mess with Captain Foley, Stuart is a good guy, and he's one of us. He's one of the nerd community. So I absolutely don't get mad for real if people give him money, because I'd rather them giving him money than one of these people that's just literally out there just pretending to be a nerd so they can get your money. So
yes.
But Stuart is the real deal, as is Samuel, his partner in crime over there on Trekyards. Is it wrong to hate both Foley and Anti-Checker? No. Well, it is, because you shouldn't hate, but unless you should only hate like Lore Reloaded.
Ironically, I have more viewers now. They're jumping in number, so I think people are jumping ship from you.
They are. My numbers have gone down. Oh, I tell you.
Yes, bring me your people.
Wait a minute. But you've got like 40-something thousand subscribers, right?
Yes, almost 47,000 now.
Right. So shouldn't they be coming over here?
Well, you saw that meme I sent you earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
I just got another super chat of $10 from John Hathcock. Thank you very much, John. Trekyards for life, he says. Represent.
Wow, Trekyards for life.
Oh, and $30 from Reality Strikes. $30 super chat for the bottle of bourbon I owe you, because he was going to send me a bottle of bourbon, but he couldn't send it through the mail, so he's giving me $30. Thank you very much, Reality. I'll go buy a bottle of bourbon tomorrow for New Year's Eve.
And I'll have you see. And I know we haven't talked in a little while, Captain, but I am actually drinking some.
I know, Crown Royal Apple. I told you to pick up some Crown Royal Maple, though.
Yeah, I know, and it's funny because when I was at the liquor store, I told the wife that, you know what, Captain Foley said I should try the maple, and she's like, ew. So I said, yeah, I'm not getting that.
Jamal Tyler just put in $15 and says, for lack of poop jokes and more Starship porn. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay.
I love my viewers. They're so nice.
Yeah, but I used to love my viewers until they started giving you all their money.
Well, Crown Royal Apple is good. I agree, RSWW, but the maple is so much nicer.
Yeah. Ooh, James. All right, so this is a miracle right here. So James throws $10 in, says 884. Take that, Folksley.
Folksley.
But thank you so much. And by the way, James and James, aka Captain Batman, I know you've seen him on my streams. He never gives more than $1. So for him to throw $10 in, he's desperate for us to win. And then England DG decides to balance the books and throws $50 in. Thank you so much, England.
Oh, man.
Says for the Make Captain Foley Strip Fund.
None of that's going to be happening.
But you already did it a couple. Man, when you got drunk on my stream that one time.
I've never been drunk in my life.
You want me to actually pull out the archives of that? I'll do it. I'll make a super chat of you dancing naked with Lore singing.
Alex Brooks throws in $1.99. Longtime fan. Well, thank you very much, Alex. Thank you for joining the chat. We just had a nice long discussion about the Foley class, and now we've moved on to this. So it's going downhill.
And really quick, though, Thomas, and I know that your guys probably can't see this, but Thomas wants his favorite super chat. So let me play this. It'll only take a second here.
Yeah, we can't hear that shit.
So one thing that, and England DG is pointing out, let's have a discussion. So one thing that I know that a few people wanted us to talk about is, where do you see season 2 of Discovery going? I mean, as far as it does clearly look like it's going to be a different beast than season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this, is that even though I am not particularly optimistic about Discovery, based on the trailers, I think season 2 looks better than season 1.
Yes, season 2 looks like they're going to fix a lot of things that they had wrong with it. So,
but what do you think they're going to do with it?
oh my God! Well, if we got to clear up these mysterious red orbs first of all, and find Spock, that's one storyline. The second storyline is going to be about Kronos and Ash and L'Rell. I don't know.
Are you sure that's? You see, I'm thinking everything we've seen so far is from the first 5 episodes. I don't think we've seen anything from after the big shakeup.
I think I agree with you. I hope they keep the Spock storylines down to 4 or 5 episodes at the most, not a whole season arc. I don't want to see that.
Right. By the way, thank you, Commander Ironwolf. Throws a couple of bucks in, says, "Shut up and take my money." I appreciate it, my friend.
Foley,
and always
please stop talking to Anti-Trekker. Make an Airwolf video.
They really want me to do an Airwolf super chat video, and I'm working on one. But here's the thing. Yeah, I think that
John Arkaki throws in $2. Says Burnham is going to teabag the Red Queen.
Well, yeah, I think. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. The Red Queen is actually the Borg Queen. How's that?
Oh no.
Or the Red Angel, or whatever it is.
Before she gets her wings ripped off and her torso cut in half.
See, here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that, because notice that in the stuff we've seen, we have not seen anything really taking place on the Enterprise. Everything has been on the Discovery, and it looks like Pike and Spock have converted to the Discovery uniforms.
Yes.
And so, does that mean we're going to see an entire season of Discovery captained by Pike?
That's what I'm afraid of, and I don't want to see that.
I don't either, for a couple of reasons. One, the more I see this guy as Pike, the less like Pike he feels.
Yes.
He feels like he's really supposed to be Kirk light. But they didn't have the balls to do Kirk, so they just said, we'll make it Pike.
That being said, I think we're going to see Kirk either in season 2 or season 3 on the Farragut. I have a feeling.
Like a young Lieutenant Kirk?
Yes. Dreamer out there puts in $4. Weed sticks or cancer sticks? Well, neither. They're wine-flavored cigars. Everybody's hoping it's a blunt. It's not.
Yeah. England DG throws in a 10 and says, "I'm an American Indian. If you don't make an Airwolf video considering it's a representation of my people, I'm going to sue you for sexism." Well, then I will definitely do it, England DG. I promise you.
I will too, and ours will be better.
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna have to have what are you gonna do? Are you gonna do like a 3D model of Airwolf fly by in space?
Not in space, no. That's just cheesy. We'll figure something out. Don't worry. We got plans. John Arkaki throws in another $2. It's not the real Pike. It's Mere Pike. Jesus.
That would be so bad if they tried to pull something like that.
Reality Strike throws in $10. How about the fact Spock sucks? Spock doesn't admit he smiles.
That was, yeah, I had a big problem with that. Although, now, did you see my theory video on that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so here's in a nutshell my theory. Notice at the beginning of the trailer, the second trailer, you see Spock in a padded room scribbling on the floor.
Yes.
Okay, so that really harkens back to Voyager Endgame and Tuvok.
Yes.
In fact, it's almost the exact same shot.
Yes, I did see this video, yes.
Yeah. And so I think that Spock is suffering from the same degenerative condition that Tuvok was, and I think that a mind meld with Michael Burnham eventually cures him, and his mind meld with Burnham or the degenerative condition itself is the explanation for his relative emotional outbursts.
Yes. there's something going on, and I think you're right. He's going to end up mind melding with Burnham to save himself, and she's going to save the day. And
right.
Yeah,
her brain is just so awesome that it'll save Spock's.
I kind of agree with you, and that's sad. Yeah. Not that I agree with you that that's what they're going to do.
He agrees with me, and that's sad.
Blue Thunder. They're asking for Blue Thunder love, and Blue Thunder is fantastic. I love Blue Thunder.
And Resolute Dream throws a $5 chat in. Thank you, Resolute. No request, just says $5. Thank you. But I'll say that like Blue Thunder versus Airwolf. Blue Thunder is just a blue Apache helicopter.
It's not an Apache. It's actually a modified helicopter. It's not.
I thought it was an Apache for some reason.
No, it's much wider. It's a different design. It's like its own thing.
But it just looks like a pretty typical military helicopter to me.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe it's because I haven't seen Blue Thunder since I was very young. I mean, I think I was probably in high school when that movie came out, and I haven't seen it since then. I enjoyed the crap out of it, but I still like the design, the sleekness of Airwolf more.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you, 100%.
And Alex throws a $1.99, says, "Got to give both channels equal love. Thank you, my friend. I truly appreciate it, and I know Captain Foley did when you gave him. So thank you." Was it a Nightbreeze says he thinks Blue Thunder was a modified Cobra? I'm not 100% sure, but yeah,
it's not. I don't know what it is, but it's its own unique design. I'm actually have pictures of it right now. So yeah, totally different.
Yeah, I guess it's less like an Apache than I thought. It is bigger, bulkier.
Yeah, it's like its own design. I love this thing. It's bulked out.
It's not a bad looking helicopter, but it's still a pale in comparison to Airwolf, which is funny considering Airwolf was a television show.
And Airwolf is just a stock helicopter. You can buy helicopter.
Right. It was. I can't remember the make and model, but yeah, I know it was just a regular old helicopter, but with rocket launchers on the bottom.
Yeah.
But hey, it's still freaking Airwolf. And quit sending me links to the Airwolf theme. I'm not going to play it and get DMCA'd. Jeez.
It's a great theme, though.
It is a great theme, but I used to play it every now and then. Like Reality Strikes loves Airwolf, and so he would throw a couple of bucks into the super chat and ask me to play the Airwolf theme. So I'd bring up the YouTube video, and then I'd get DMCA'd for it. So I had to stop doing that.
Jamal Taylor says it's a Gazelle helicopter, I guess. Okay.
But that's the actual frame of the helicopter is a Gazelle?
Yeah. Dreamer out there puts in $5. If they're hell-bent on a prequel land, I wish they would be something more like Star Trek Continues. As it is, I just want them to move forward from Nemesis. 1,000% agree with you.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, if you look at, I wouldn't say Star Trek Continues. I would say if you're going to do prequel land, look at Axanar. Get that team of people over. I mean, CBS, they're so stupid because all CBS would have to do, don't get me wrong, I know you have friends at CBS. When I say they're stupid, I mean they're the corporate decision making.
Yes.
But all they would have to do is spend a couple of $1 million to get the Axanar people, hire them, say, produce your series for us. And the easiest job in the world. They've already got the talent lined up. They've already got a lot of great concepts. And they prove that you can make something look like it fits in the pre-TOS era without looking like cheese.
Agreed.
And so with a couple of $1 million budget, man, imagine what they could have done. Meanwhile, England says, racist, you had an American Indian pilot, you racist, you won't play it because you're a racist. No, England, you know I love you, my friend, but I won't play it because because of self-preservation, and I don't want to get too many DMCAs against my channel. Because YouTube does look at those things, even though they don't say they do.
I don't know if I should read that. I just got another $50 super chat. I lost you there. There we go.
I see. Yeah, he says I'm a moron.
Yeah, anti-trekker is a moron. I didn't say it. I'm just reading it.
That's all right. It's all right. I can take it.
Oh, England DG. Love you so much.
Mr. Captain's High, wow, 7.1 subs, awesome. Yes, I'm very excited. You are not, and England says I'm a moron. You are definitely not a moron, England. But except that you did click on the $50 thing on the wrong channel.
No, I think he got that right. I think he did good.
How about doing a Star Trek Stargazer TV series? No, absolutely not. And here's the thing. There are only a couple of periods of time that you can realistically do a show and not completely screw things. One is pre-TOS, because you have a substantial gap there. You could do a post-TOS anything next gen, and then post Voyager. But honestly, if you're gonna make something compelling and interesting, you have to go post Voyager.
Yes.
You absolutely have to.
And the shitty thing is, everything would fall in line. All the new Klingon ships, I could totally accept them. Discovery, I could accept. The new uniforms, I could accept. The odd Klingons, I could even accept if it was post Voyager.
Right. I mean, I'll admit, the picture that you have up now on your stream of the Discovery, they found, it looks like for season 2, some angles that they can make the ship look halfway decent at.
Well, we've actually looked at it, and I think the nacelles are actually shorter. They've actually shortened them somehow. So
maybe so, but I mean, it does. Just looking at the angle shots, like that one that you had up a minute ago with the kind of blue tint to it, that was not a bad looking shot. Now, granted, if you see currently, I see the top down side by sides of everything, and Discovery with that stupid triangle looks ridiculously dumb.
Yeah.
And that triangle is really what kills that ship. It could be interesting if you ditch that. I know some people. And by the way, I have seen the Voyager photon torpedo inventory. I haven't watched it in a while, so I saved the link. But thank you. The Discovery ship is just such a. And I know you talked to the guy that was kind of forced into designing it the way he did.
Yeah.
But. So I'm not putting 100% of blame on the designer as much as just studio. You're sitting there going, yeah, we want to use this concept. And it's like, why? Why do you want to use a rejected concept? How does that make any sense?
They thought it was to pay homage to what could have been, kind of thing, I think. Dreamer out there puts in $5. Do you believe the rumors that the Picard show will be different and or set in the Discovery verse and used to overwrite canon as it currently stands? I'm hoping not. I'm hoping they actually make something that all Star Trek fans are going to enjoy and tie in with Prime canon. But I don't trust who's in charge, so no.
And Kronos throws $10 into my PayPal. Thank you so much, Kronos. I do truly appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, you guys that have made donations, if I haven't gotten a super chat for you, when I'm done talking to Captain Foley, we'll do a super chat and marathon here. But Jaeger also throws $5 in, says, in all good things, the future sort of came true with the Romulans falling, Klingons becoming aggressive, and Starfleet becoming militarized. Thoughts? Well, I think that Starfleet being militarized is exaggerated. I mean, I've heard people like Lore say that, but really, it's just that they kind of made the uniforms look cooler, and the ships were more like naval vessels as opposed to hotels. But has the attitude of Starfleet as a whole changed? I don't think we have anything in the films to really say one way or the other. Because we haven't, they haven't gotten that deep into it. However, and Jaeger, yes, you can see the Wah Man. We'll put that up while Captain Foley collects his thoughts and see what he see. I know you can't hear it, and that's why all those people on the Captain Foley stream should be on the Anti-Checker stream, so you can hear those wonderful animations when they play. But what do you think? Do you think that the kind of alternate future that they showed in All Good Things is relatively accurate?
Yeah, I would say so. Yep.
So you think that they should kind of run with it and just say that's the actual future?
Mm-hmm. No mention of Discovery, nothing that looks similar. Just stop. Stop, put down the franchise, just walk away.
Now, okay, and I know I keep asking if you've seen my videos, and I'm not trying to plug my channel, honest. But did you see my concept for Star Trek Armageddon?
No. That one I haven't seen for sure.
Okay. So that was because someone asked me, well, how would you do a show, instead of complaining about what they're doing? So here was my concept for a new Star Trek show for CBS All Access, is to do a heavily serialized show. Have you seen The Expanse?
I've seen a few episodes of it. I haven't watched a lot of it, no.
Similar premise as The Expanse, but instead it's not going to focus in on a ship. It's not going to focus in on a base. It's actually going to jump around between the leadership and a few random other people from the Klingons, the Romulans, and the Federation. It will take place after the destruction of Romulus. The Romulan Empire is in turmoil. The Klingons see this as an opportunity to move in and take over, as far as trying to prevent a war. And so the series is really about the political tensions of the Federation basically trying to keep the peace when the Klingons smell blood in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and there you can have like Ambassador Picard as a regular reoccurring character, and you bring in other characters that are in leadership positions and a few starship captains and stuff, and you just kind of jump around and get to know these people and that way when battles do happen, and care about people on both sides of the fight. Mm-hmm. And that way it actually becomes really compelling because you may choose that this side is better than this side, but you may think, but this captain is a good guy, and so is that captain. Kind of like how many of us felt when we watched Balance of Terror.
Yeah,
is that was a sure, we sided with the Federation, but we loved the Romulan commander. We didn't think he was a bad person.
Just doing his job.
Right.
Yeah.
So, would it be so bad to get a new ship with a new crew? I mean, TOS is old as F, so we kind of did it twice, not counting Discovery. I'm all for getting a new... If you wanted to do... Another thing you can do is simply do the classic Trek shtick. Just do it post-Voyager. Pick a starship, heck, make it the Enterprise F, or whatever you want to do. If you really want to just say, we're starting from scratch, you should do like the Enterprise F, new crew, new mission, going out exploring, doing the classic Trek setup. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that as a flagship show. But if you want to do several shows, then I think that that would be a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Chris is blown away that I actually read some comments. Yeah, I try to do that. This is a little weird because I'm talking to Foley, but yeah. Meanwhile, Jay Gaskins 43 throws $9.99 in and says, to the new car fund donation, thank you so much.
Let Foley read some comments, I'm being told.
Well, okay. Foley.
Yeah. What makes Discovery not canon? Well, that is a long list. Just watch our review videos and we talk about that ad nauseum.
I would say this, as far as Discovery canon is concerned. I know that CBS is the copyright owner, and like some people, like Lore Reloaded takes the stance that CBS owns Star Trek. They say it's canon, therefore it's canon.
That's retarded.
The problem with that is that it violates the continuity of Trek as a whole.
And it violates the definition of canon.
Right. And if you really want to know, and peeps are not happy with my forgetfulness, I don't know what I forgot, Kronos, but it says, check my last Quark-like thing. I don't know what your last Quark-like thing is.
Money.
Oh.
Come on now.
I'm not smart. But the...
He said it, I didn't.
Well, according to England DG, I'm a moron. And yes, I do see that, my friend. So, Kronos, if you can, hold off. I'm going to play a bunch of super chats in a few minutes after me and Foley are done chatting, okay? Because I don't want to hold up his stream with your super chat request. But I'm going to get that in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, sorry guys, we'll end it soon.
Yeah, but Anyway, as far as Discovery canon is concerned, I really like, if you haven't seen it, Doomcock did a video a while back about defining canon.
Oh, the modern mythology.
Yeah, and he talked about how canon is chronological, that if you establish canon and then something comes along later that violates it, that is not canon.
Yeah.
And so based on that, anything that if you have the original series and they establish rule X and then another series comes along and violates rule X, well, then the other series is not canon. Now, Next Gen, yeah, they broke canon in a couple of minor ways, but nothing quite so egregious as what we see on Discovery. Enterprise, that's funny. England DG put a super chat at both of our things at the same time, because I have your stream up too.
Mm-hmm.
On mine, it says CAN dash, and on yours, it says
NON. But England
it's
DG.
Actually only one N.
There's only one N. Yeah, the cannon you're talking about is a weapon, which actually CBS is wielding Star Trek canon as a weapon right now and aiming it at the fans, which is sad.
And first, I do have to say this. Mary is in the house. So
Hi, Mary.
Do you know Mary?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Mary, good to see you. I know that you don't get to come on that often, but it's awesome to have you here. And he had a 6.5. Yeah, what is up with Doomcock and his 6-hour live streams? That's just insane.
When you're raking in the money, that's true. This is my third live stream today, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yep. Did one earlier just by myself, and did one a few hours ago with Sylvia, and then this one yeah.
So you're just a greedy bastard.
No, I'm just bored today.
Oh, okay.
But
he's a greedy bastard. But that's okay. I love him anyway. And a great call out is canon as opposed to canon, says Reality on your stream.
Yep. Well,
I'm reading. Look at that. I'm reading comments on Foley's stream and mine. Damn, I'm good.
I was just about to read that, but okay, whatever. Thank you, Reality Strikes, for the $10. Much appreciated.
Yeah, jerk.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is canon with two N's when they're talking about the other canon. Right. Sorry, England DG, not being rude, but it's just a pet peeve of mine. I'm a grammar Nazi.
I am not, because I'm dyslexic, so I very rarely catch that.
I am too.
But I would not have noticed, like, if somebody puts one N or two N's in canon, I would never notice that. However, because he split it up into the two halves and there was an N in each half,
yeah.
I was able to see it.
Wow.
Now, I see on your stream, RSWW asked me if I think that CBS is trying to sabotage Star Trek. No, I think they're idiots. And again, not the artists. As far as I think that the network executives do not understand what Trek means to people. No. They genuinely don't get it. They just think, hey, you know what? The kids want something new and different. Let's change it all up. Well, tell them to change everything by 25%. That'll make it work. And they really probably think that people are going to go for it. I really think that, like, even when we talk about some people, they get really hung up on the political agenda that appears to be interlaced into Discovery. And I'm not going to comment on it, except to say that I even think that they thought that putting that in there is going to get more people to love the show, because that's what Trekkies want. And they don't understand.
I just got to point something out to my viewers, because we were talking about travel pods earlier and when they first came into service.
Yes, I see you have a travel pod on the screen.
Yeah, commission 2270, and I said the Foley class came into development in 2271, just at the end of the 5-year mission. So perfect timing.
You can have travel pods.
Yes.
And John throws a couple of bucks into the chat and says Foley and Anti are having a cannon measuring contest.
That's right.
Well, Foley would win that one. And I'm only saying that because I've watched enough of Trekyards to know that his level of knowledge far surpasses mine, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise.
Thank you, sir.
England throws $10 in and says, "What does Star Trek mean to you?" Star Trek for me was a personal inspiration. when I was a kid, and I mean, I'm not going to play the violin or anything, but when I had not the greatest childhood in the world, and Captain Kirk was absolutely a hero to me. He was the one when he would say things like, "Where I come from, it doesn't matter what you look like, or it doesn't matter, that kind of." I tell you, that truly inspired me. And that really got me through my childhood. And so absolutely Star Trek. And so a couple of years ago when I got to meet William Shatner, that was the one time in my life I truly got starstruck, because here I got to meet the man who was truly my hero. But that's honestly what.
Have you seen the movie Free Enterprise by Rob Burnett?
I have not.
You need to watch it, especially based on what you just said. You need to absolutely watch it. It's amazing.
I've heard it's great. I have not seen it, though.
I have two super chats. Dreamer out there puts in $5. Disco, touchscreens, holographics, Klingon cloaks, knowing about the Defiant, attacking Earth in Martok's timeline, Shroom drives, nothing is canon. I totally agree. John Arkeki throws in $2. What's your stance on violating parking? Absolutely all for it. Certain, as long as it's not a city ticket, you don't have to pay it. If it's one of the private lots, it's fine.
No, it says validating parking, not violating.
See, there's my dyslexia coming into play.
Right. Did you see the name of my live stream tonight?
I did. I didn't really pay attention to it. What is it?
The name of my live stream is "Parking Will Not Be Validated."
Oh, okay. Carlo Albinez, £2. Ante, what do you think about Discovery? Well,
wait a minute. Shouldn't you be throwing the £2 into my live stream if you're going to ask me a question? I'm just there's a problem here. There's definitely. But what do I like about Discovery? Honestly, the cinematography in several instances is really top notch. The visual effects are the best we've seen in any Trek. And the phasers, the hand phasers, I think that's like the only prop I really like. And I actually found Saru's species interesting until The Brightest Star came out.
Yeah.
Now I hate his species, but honestly, everything that I think is good about Discovery is really technical stuff. I think that the show is very expertly put together, very well crafted. And I'm not going to knock that from those guys. They did incredible work. The problem is that the core is rotten, and the core of the show just doesn't feel like Star Trek in any way, shape, or form. It's not an ensemble show. It's kind of an agenda-driven show. It's got all these weird canon violations that don't even make sense. Why does Lorca have a Gorn in his office? What is even the point? Right?
Look,
were they really just trying to say "F you" to all the people that care about canon?
No, they were like, "Look, we know about the Gorn. We pay attention. Love us now."
Now, England is definitely being an equal opportunity, because he just threw $20 in both of our chats
for Dragon Con. I got Jeff Jacobs threw in $10 just to unplug Anti-Trekker. We'll have to do that soon.
What a jerk.
But England DG, $20 for Dragon Con. I would love to go to Dragon Con this year, and if we can do a panel together with even Lore Reloaded,
actually, yeah,
that'd be
and
awesome.
That's one thing that I'm talking about too, is like, unfortunately, with my job, most of the days of that weekend, I have to be on a wait list, but I did put myself on the wait list to get those days off. I will definitely be there on the first day of Dragon Con, the Thursday. Because I'm already off that day.
Thing with me, England DG, is we've got a few trips planned next year, including Vegas and one down to another set in Georgia, not the Axanar set, but another one. So we're going to be busy next year, so I don't know if I can squeeze that in, but I do have somebody, one of our Trekyards admins, who that I can stay with. So staying there should be relatively cheap. It's just the flight down. So
yeah, and yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun. To do in fact, I think it would be great if we could get you there, if we could get Lore Reloaded there, if we could get someone like Doomcock there, anybody that we can get from the YouTube Trek community, it would be awesome to get together and have a panel and then have a hangout afterwards. That would be just like awesome.
You know how YouTube did their YouTube Rewind, which was the worst one in history this year? I think the Star Trek community should do a Star Trek YouTube Rewind of the coolest moments from all of our channels. So one of us or all of us should contribute to it and actually do one up. That would be really fun to do.
That could be cool. Yeah. I just have to throw a clip from one of my super chats, I think. The one with Lore Reloaded street walking. All right, so we better break it up or else it's going to keep going all night. And I'm sure, I don't know about you, but I do need to sleep at some point. By the way, it's funny. I just realized that right behind you, you have this.
Indeed.
So.
Dun, dun,
very
dun,
cool.
The Battle of the Bottles.
Yeah. Well, mine is, it looks like, I think mine is actually more screen accurate because it's the right color. Yours is too dark.
How about Bite Me?
Well, I'm just saying.
This is just a different vintage.
Yeah, mine is the superior, as Joaquin would say.
And on that note, I think we'll call it quits for this live stream. Thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely. Have a good one, Captain Foley. And it was nice catching up with you a little bit again because you've been a stranger, and don't be a stranger because I'll come to Canada and kick your maple butt.
Then I'll be a stranger because I want you to come visit. So come on up.
Talk to you later.
Bye. All right, guys. I am still here. I don't know if my video is going to work, though, because Anti-Trekker went and screwed all that up. Can you still hear me? Because you can't see me. I can tell you that right now. OBS is being a dick. I'm probably going to wrap it up, actually. You can see my desktop. Wow. Nice. Okay, you can still hear me. That's good. What I might do is actually... Oh, maybe go to this one. Dun, dun. There we go. So I'm still here. That was an interesting chat, actually. Thank you to England DG and everybody that contributed to the super chats. That was funny, and we can hear you good, but you can't see my webcam because I had to set it up for Skype, and that screwed everything right up, so I apologize. Let's see your Foley porn. Anti-Trekker is a whore. There you go. Yeah, England DG, if you want to get us down there, honestly, like I said, I have somewhere to stay, and if possible, like if I can get the flight money, I mean, it'd probably just be myself. I don't think Samuel would be able to make it, but my flight shouldn't be too overly expensive, I don't think. But I would be definitely interested in trying that. So we will see. We will see. I would love to get down there. But yeah, I think a panel with Anti-Trekker and Lore Reloaded and those guys would be fantastic. We'd have a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Yeah, so the only... Ooh, look at this one. See? This Trekyards After Hours is what I'm talking about right here. Look at this going on in the corridors. This is one of the corridors of the Foley class. This is the standard, off-duty uniform. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Michelle is leaving? Oh, no. Bye, Michelle. I'm sorry. Did I insult somebody? Let me know. I got you on the panel at Trekyards. Reality, you are awesome, and thank you very much for the donations as well. But yeah, if I can get a flight down there for the weekend, dude, I have somewhere to stay. I can stay, as you said, I can stay with you. I also have one of the Trekyards admins I can stay with, and I would love to do that. So, is that Poser? I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. Sorry, Zarakandi Grissom. I do not know. Thank you for showing the Foley class and a really good laugh with Anti-Trekker, and wow. There you go. There's a Starfleet Battles shot for you guys. Some really cool ships there, actually. One of which is a Dreadnought. It's not one of the Foley. It's not one of the Federation class. It's actually a different class. I can't remember the name of it right now. This did turn out to be an amazing stream, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in. It was absolutely fantastic. I don't want to wrap it up, though. I mean, it's only been 2 hours, and I'm not tired. I mean, but I do have to get up early in the morning. Not super early, but I have to go to my parents' place. Chef Cook throws in $1.99. New series, Gary 7 returns, and fix Star Trek canon. Yes, indeed. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Go back here. Pull up Skype. Settings. Audio and visual. There, you can look at that. How's that? I'm still there then. All right. So you want animation 7 and 9. So let me pull those up. Here's animation 7. And this is a great animation. I love the Franklin with the NX-01. You can see the lineage there. And I do like that about Beyond. I actually enjoyed Beyond. There were some issues with the story, obviously, and the whole motorcycle thing bugged me, but overall I really enjoyed it. And your other choice was number 9, Galaxy Class Separation, so we'll show that one. That's actually a great one. This one that Samuel did is fantastic. So there you go. Dreamer out there. You can see me, and I'm sorry it's on my Skype thing because the camera's working on Skype but not on the webcam, unfortunately. But anyway, Anti-Trekker had to come along and screw up my stream, but that's fine. It was actually very fun. Dreamer out there puts in $2. Thank you very much, Dreamer out there. Do you think CBS is aware that many fans are not happy? They have to be. I mean, we're very vocal about it. And I know that people at CBS, especially in the art department of Discovery, at least used to watch our stuff on a regular basis. And we, as I said, we point out the good and the bad. So if they're listening, I think they've made a lot of progress for season 2, as in changing things up so that things are getting better. We got a D7, we've got things like that. So changes in the wind, and it looks like change for the best. So that excites me a great deal. So had no idea the Franklin was smaller than the NX-01. Yeah, absolutely it is. It's got a crew of like 12. They even say that in the movie. It's a very small ship. We so need to get you a better computer that can stream and play animation smooth. I've got a great computer. It's only like 2 years old. Yeah, it's a Lenovo. It's an all-in-one. It's absolutely fantastic. And I don't know why it streams the way it does. I mean, yeah. We also know that the girl that plays Laurel watches our content. She watches everything about everything we talk about with Klingons. She watches that while she's getting her makeup applied and things like that. She told Samuel this when she met him. She's like, "Do I know you? You're that YouTube guy." So she watches our content. So does Stamets, Anthony Rapp. He says, "I love watching your prediction videos for the upcoming season or the upcoming episodes." He goes, "They're usually wrong, but I really enjoy watching them." So there you go. What is your internet cap? Well, Sylvia works for a company called Start.ca, so we get unlimited internet. Our internet's actually very, very good. So I don't know why there's so many issues with the animations and stuff. I don't see it on my end. Obviously, you guys do, and I apologize for that. But today is better for animations. You might just need more RAM. Oh God, I love her. Well, I mean, my computer's... Where do I go to see the stats here? Hold on, let's see if I can pull up. my download speed. I'm not sure. I'd have to check with Sylvia. She's the one that has all that information. But it's the best we can get here. It's better than Rogers, which is the main internet supplier. So, where do I find the information for my computer? Hello, computer. Resource monitor or task manager. Bum, bum, bum. Task manager. Well, that's not going to help me very much. I got an Intel Core i7 6700 CPU at 3.4 gigahertz. If that helps. I'm trying to find the main information. Anyway. i7 is great. It's more of a... Yeah, I know. This computer is like top of the line. At least it was a few years ago. Go to System and Settings. Settings. System. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. Display, sound, notifications, storage, about. Alright, so it's an Intel Core i7 6700 CPU, 3.4 gigahertz, 3.41 gigahertz, 16 gigs of RAM. That can probably be upgraded. System type 64-bit operating system and x64 based processor. Touch support with touch points. So there you go. There's the information for ye. That's plenty. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you were ending this live stream. Why? It's only been 2 hours and 7 minutes. I'm not tired. Why would I end the stream? The only problem I'm having is the fact that I hate my webcam right now. Maybe if I... Hold on, let me try something. Let me close that. Maybe that will fix it. Ding, ding, ding. Should have at least 32 gigs of RAM. Well, I can upgrade the RAM on it. That's perfectly fine. So my webcam still isn't back. Give me a second here. I'm going to try to fix that. Properties. Oy, oy, oy. Ah, there we go. I'm back. I have restored the system. Haha. There. I'm back up and running, which is fine. I did bump my camera though, so I gotta like move it back this way. There we go. There. I can take this damn earpiece out now. I don't need to hear anything. You'll never use 32 unless you're editing video or doing something like game development. Well, I am editing video every day on this thing, and you can really hear it ramp up when it starts to render a video out. So, but I'm still thinking your upload speed. Where do I go? I go to speed test. Hold on. I'll show you my upload speeds and stuff too. Let's pull this over here. And go. This is current upload speed, so, and we have the best that's available from the company. So why do I still have Anti-Trekkers stream up? Anti-Trekkers still giving out super chats. What, to catch up? It is running kind of slow right now, the internet. That's interesting. Anyway, I'm not too concerned about it. I mean, what's going on in the chat? Why are people calling people dicks? Yeah, my upload should be better than that, but video is freezing up. Let's nix that. Yeah, 27 is not for chatting. There, got you back. Well, yeah, you should. I don't know, man. I'm going to try to... let me try that. Anti-Trekker is super chatting himself. That sounds dirty. Display fusion. Boom. Every Day did a video a while back about a company that builds custom computers. He got one made specifically to handle video editing and rendering. Might be something to look into. Yeah, Phase Crew was being unacceptable on the channel, so I don't even know who he was talking to. If he was talking to me, then he's gonna have an issue. There we go. The 6700 is probably at its limits. Okay, well, good to know that. I'll need to look into it to see if I can get that fixed. I feel bad. Like I said, this computer is like 2 years old, and was like top of the line when I got it. So, did Sylvia LaForge get taken out by a caretaker? Sylva LaForge. I don't know. Captain Foley, what is the difference between ultra warp and trans warp? Again, good question. I'd have to look into it. We did a video on trans warp that talks about that. I haven't really looked into ultra warp though. Does the PC have a graphics card, or is it on the iGPU? I know there's a built-in one and there's a software one. I don't know much about computers, so not your fault, dude. Don't feel bad. Are you talking to me, Jeff? Look at the Final Frontier Undiscovered Country Klingons. They don't look like TNG Klingons, and those movies ran congruently with TNG. No fang teeth and small ridges. Yeah, but that's a small change, and that's perfectly fine. Please show me Michelle Sprecht. Why do you keep asking about... I mean, if she comes up, she comes up. This is just random wallpaper that I have on the other monitor. The computer is good. It just if you can get 32 gigs of RAM.
Sure.
Shut up. I got an Alexa and I changed her command from Alexa to computer. So, okay, that's cool. Yes, you apologize for your computer woes. Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I don't know anything about computers, so... I know it was good at the time. If I need to upgrade my RAM, I probably should do that. I think that's pretty easy to do, so... Foley, are you worried about Disco Season 2 being a course correction from Episode 7 on? Yeah, what do you mean exactly? Random wallpaper of Michelle is the best. You just turned on both our Alexas twice. Shit, sorry. Alexa, look up Trekyards. Captain, do you want a party with Klingons with me for my birthday? Hell yeah. Upgraded RAM. Yeah, I think I will do that. I'll look into that for sure. Anyway, guys, it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think I'm starting to get tired. I need to get up relatively early, so I'm going to call it a wrap. It has been a great super chat. It has been a great live, and I want to thank you guys, everybody that contributed, everybody that came, everybody that's talked. I very much appreciate it. He thinks they're going to spend the entire season explaining season 1. Oh, probably. But anyway, I'm going to get going, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed this, and I want to thank you all for showing up and just for being you and for making Trekyards what it is and for being fans and watching us, watching me. I don't know why you would ever do that. But tomorrow, if you do want to watch more of me, if you go to my Captain Foley personal channel, my Captain's Log will be available at 8 a.m. On the Trekyards channel, it'll be available at 9 a.m. And that's where I talk about what I got for Christmas and all the goodies. And then at noon is the Eagle Moss review of the Special Edition XL Enterprise C, which is a very cool model, and it's worth a look. Reality Strikes, thank you very much for everything as well. Jeff, you did a fantastic job. Glad to have you on as a moderator. And thank you, everyone. That being said, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Thank you very much, guys. It's Captain Foley signing off. And I'll try to fix my computer. I'll try to up the RAM. Bye, everybody.